Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
It's showtime, baby.
Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Here's Fields now on second down. He'll get that underneath to Herbert. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Shifts by him. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Now the man from UTEP. This is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
From the 38, Love. Now he's forced out left, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw now, here's Love. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Now Herbert to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 16, Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Fields throw there complete to Allen. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. He'll get it inside the 20. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Now it's Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. Caught on the right side by Jones. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Love now. He'll find Aguara complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Throwing. Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. And Watson has it right side. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs from 4 yards out. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. He took the hit when he threw that ball. Maybe the O-line just thankful that that worked out for a touchdown.
Yeah, because you know their pride is don't let that guy get hit, no matter what, under any circumstances. But anytime it pays off in a touchdown, they'll figure out how to block a little bit better going forward.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
To throw is Fields. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Love. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
On second down, a run with Herbert. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd and 2, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Meanwhile, Fields' throw there, complete to Mooney. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. On third down, Herbert. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Fields. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Following the interception, Love. Jones has it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw, just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Love. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
To the air again, Love. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Love. Touchdown, Packers. Josiah DeGuara from 6 yards away. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
It's game time! Let's go, man. It's all like popcorn. Come on now. It's all like popcorn. Guys, go get it over. Go get him now. Let's get some love. Let's go, fellas. Let's go. Let's do our thing. Let's do our things, man. You know what we need, baby. It's something together, baby. Get it going, baby.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be caught by Mooney. So a mistake there, Charles, from the rookie pass rusher.
And oftentimes when you make the jump from college to the NFL, you have to adjust to the rules. But in this case, the rule's no different than in college. Once the ball's gone, you can't continue on and get your shot in. That's one where you have to have some discipline. And even though he's a rookie, he really should know better.
Fields on first down. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Love now to pass on first down. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 3 yards remain for second down. Now Love. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Taken at the goal line. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Jones hit, and the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Love. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Here's Love. He finds Watson complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. To throw now. Here's Love. And complete once again to Watson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Love. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. He's able to find Melton. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Love now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Let's go, man. Give us all. Give us all. Let's go, let's go, y'all. Play it a little aggressive, baby. All right, go get him now.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football really in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline, and that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jet sweep. Here's Watson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The kick by Crosby is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle, because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Fields going to keep it once more, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Love looking to throw it. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Throwing. Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Love from the gun. And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
It's one play at a time, baby. Let's go get it now. This is where you step up. Right here, baby. Keep our points. Show them what you got. Let's do this. Let's get it done. Let's be perfect. It's showtime, baby. It's all like popcorn. Let's focus in on what we got to do here. Let's rock and roll. Let's go. Let's be smart.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Well, the Bears offense out there set and ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Fields now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
On the delay, Jones. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On third down, Love. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end Kmet. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
It's a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Fields. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss and no one wants anything.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.